Hi and welcome back to Take It Out. This is my garage lighting, my workshop lighting, and it consists of two 500 watt tungsten bulbs which put out round about, when they knew, 8,000 lumen, possibly up to 10,000, but as you can see they're getting quite old now, so I would imagine they're far less than that. And in front of you there's a kilowatt of power being used every time I use them. On top of this they put out a yellowy light rather than a white light that you might see used in studios and so on with LEDs. I do have studio lights as well. The studio lights I'm using are soft boxes, and they are two CFL soft boxes which are lighting up the scene at the moment. They use, I think it's around about 200 watts per softbox. There are 4 bulbs in each and they're about 45 watts per bulb. So again, there's 400 watts of lighting going on here to light the scene up, and I think there's about 1,200, 1,600 per box, so about 3,500, 4,000 lumens of light here. And I really wanted to upgrade this because I want to do some filming in the garage, and I wanted to use this setup because it's a good strong setup, more of a suitable setup for a garage. The soft boxes are quite light and tall and they easily fall over, but I didn't want to use these bulbs. So what I've done is I've had a look on the usual sites, come up on Amazon and found some suitable bulbs, which we're going to have a look at now. So here then are the units that I've chosen, and there are 2 units, and if I get the packaging out of the way first, we can have a look at the new lamps themselves. So LED floodlight, light decay is less than 10,000 hours, 5%. Protection rating is IP66, and I think that's dust and splash protection, if I remember rightly, so light rain or something like that. Maybe a little bit heavier. I'll have to check that and I'll put it up on the screen if I find it's any different from what I said. 120 degree beam of light, so it's quite a wide beam. 901 milliwatts, is that brightness? I'm not sure. We have 3000 equals 200k WW, and CW is 6000 equals 200k. So it's a natural white light. It's a sunlight type white light, and 50,000 hours, as it says there, expected life of the bulbs. And there's nothing else on the back. There's a different type of unit there. I'm not sure what that one is, but it's different to the one I've seen here, I'm hoping, 'cause it doesn't look like the one I have actually ordered. So let's have a look inside. Let me slide the unit out. Put the box to the side. A little bit of Chinese information there, which I have no idea. Just fitting instructions. If you can translate that, please do. And here is the unit itself. It looks quite different from many units. It's not the usual like the tungsten units I just showed you. They have the reflector behind and the one big block of LEDs in the center. This one's more like studio lights that you see advertised for videography and photography. So it's SMD IP66 floodlight. If you, again, I can't tell you what that name is, but it's a 100 watt equivalent apparently. On the back you have some cooling fins, and it's a really thin unit, and it's quite a light unit. It's not insubstantial, it's solid metal, but it's not a big bulky huge unit that you'd expect with some of the tungsten ones. Now the wiring is here. It is a bit thinner than normal lighting, but these are much lower wattage, so I can't see any problem with that. It does have the British wiring on it, so it's blue, brown and green and yellow for the earth. So it's a metal frame, so it needs an earth, and it's got the bracket on it, of course, which is really tight at the moment. I'll have to loosen that off before I fit it. I just wanted to see really if it says anything on here about an EC rating, and yeah, sorry, a CE rating there. So as long as you can trust it, it apparently is CE rated as well. Energy A. So in the UK we have energy ratings for all our electrics now, and this is an A rated electrical unit, which is good. Energy saving, nothing else on there I don't think. Lots of tiny writing on there which I can't even read. I'll have to get the magnifying glass out for that one. Let's get this fitted up to the stand itself and the tripod. I have got two of them, so that is equivalent to 200 watts here, LED, and that apparently comes out to about 10,000 lumen per unit. So whereas the two tungsten were about 8,000 per unit, possibly getting up to 10,000 when they're brand new, these are supposed to be 10,000 per unit, so a little bit brighter. And of course it's not the yellow light, it'll be the white light, the daylight type of light. Let's get these fitted. Okay, so first things first then, we need to get this unscrewed and detach the old wiring and take the two tungsten off. Looks like that's a captured screw, which is handy. Means it's not going to fall out onto the floor and disappear under some piece of furniture. This should just pop off. This is a waterproof housing, and I think this is probably rated up to IP68, this one. And there goes one of the screws. So they're not captured screws, they're just a little bit tight in the fixture. Right, so the next thing is to undo. So we got the power wire coming in, and then we got the two sets of wires going out to the lamps. So the power wire is coming in at the bottom and the lamp lights at the top. So all I need to do is unscrew these. I hope I do a decent enough job of this, that Big Clive and EEV and all the others don't come down on me and say, oh, you did that wrong. Oh, that's not suitable for that. We'll see. Right, so we got them out. And again, I've dropped a screw, so I'll have to find that in a second. Now, to get these out, we got grippers in there, so I'll undo the grippers and take these wires out, and then we'll get on with wiring the new ones in. So I haven't got the clamps off which hold the wire in place. It just remains now to take the wire out and then unscrew the clamp that's holding the old tungsten lamp on. I've already taken the other one off. Pull that out. A little dusty under there, so I'll give that a quick wipe. And now all it remains is to put the new ones on and put the wires in, wire it up, and then we can see just how bright it is. I'm going to compare it to the two lamps that I have here, the two soft boxes, so we can see if it gives as much light as my studio lights. Right, first things first then, we need to get this in place, and it seems to sit quite nicely. Let's see, the wire's a bit short there, so what I'm going to do, let's see, can I put that a bit further over? I might need to drill a new hole by the looks of it, because looking at that one, that wire's not going to reach into there, so I may need to put an extended hole just across a little there so that it comes to about there. So I'll drill a new hole there. What we'll do, we'll fit the other side first. So let's just rearrange the camera. Or rather the tripod, I should say. And we'll put this on. 2 washers and a nut. And just tighten that in place. There's my little spanner there. Give that a little tighten. So that's ready. And yeah, it just about works properly. I can move it about, and it does bind on that a little bit, but that's not too bad. So let's get these wires in. Okay, so let's get this wired up. This is the first one. Push it through. I'm going to leave as much slack on this side as I can, whilst safely putting all these in. Now brown, earth and blue, so let's do the brown first. Just remembered I dropped one of those, and it was the earth screw that I dropped. So I'm going to have to look on the floor in a moment just to find that. Put that in. Now, make sure it's captured, and it is. Good. Don't want to put too much pressure on the screw because I don't want to go snapping the wire itself. Now, if you just give me a second again, I'm going to find that other screw so I can do the earth wire. They always seem to manage to disappear to the furthest point of the room when you drop a little tiny screw on the floor. But I managed to find it at the other side, at the back of the desk. So that's the earth. And then we have what I was brought up to call the negative. Positive, negative and earth. I'm sure I've heard there's a proper electronics or electrical expression for them, but I can't remember what it is. A little tighter, not too tight again, because I again don't want to damage that. So that's in. Now all I've got to do is put the little clamp on, and then I'll drill a hole for the other one, fix that on, and then we'll have a look and see just how bright it is. Okay, so I've drilled the new hole and fitted the second lamp. I've wired it in and put the second clamp on to clamp the wire. There's plenty of room for the wires now. They're not being tugged on, and if they are, then the clamps will stop them pulling the wires out of the block here. Now there's one thing that I do want to test before I actually plug it in to see if it works and doesn't blow my house electricity, and that is to give it a little test on the earth to each unit to make sure that it is earthed. So just switch on my multimeter, and then we'll go from the earth, which is there. Actually, I'll go from that one, which is the earth coming in. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's making a high-pitched squeal, which means it's actually earthed. Tell you what I will do, I'll go all the way back to the plug just to make sure. The largest pin in the UK is the earth pin, so just bring that back in again and we'll try it. It goes to there, to there, to there, and to there. Excellent, all good. So now it just remains to actually plug it in. I'm going to put the back on first, and then we'll actually plug it in and see if it's working, and then I'll switch these lights off. Actually, I'll put something on the desk first, see how good it is lit up by these lights, and then I'll switch these lights off and I'll put these ones on. Let's get these last screws back in then. all good. So let's zoom out and rearrange the shot a little. And we'll plug it in and see if they work. Here goes. Wow, yeah, okay. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but I assure you that is so much brighter than the soft boxes. Way bright. I'd say twice as bright, definitely. Let's turn it off and we'll set up a little test. I've set it up just as a little demonstration. I put a couple of different coloured things on the table here in front of me, and you can see how bright it is now. Now, if I switch off the soft boxes, we're now just on the one LED light that I've got in the room, and I turn on the lamp. I think that just goes to show how much more bright they are. Let's get this back down to a reasonable... Wow, okay. The lamp is at a bit of an angle at the moment, so let's try and put it, because the soft boxes are quite high up. There we go. I think you can agree that I've had to turn down the sensitivity of the camera way down to to compensate. Okay, now what I will say is these are a bit more directional than the soft boxes, which I suppose is only to be expected, as I've got the two soft boxes, one either side. So I've got one on this side and I've got one on that side, and they're quite high up and pointing down, so they fill the area more. What I need to do is have two of these, I suppose, one either side, quite high up and pointing down, to give a similar effect. But as you can see, these are much brighter. Now, two things I haven't told you about these. First of all is the price. These, each unit cost me 14 UK pounds. It's about 18, 19 US dollars on amazon.co.uk. I'm not sure how much they'd be anywhere else. I will try and remember to put the link in the description. There's no ties to affiliate or anything like that, so I'll put that in the description if I can remember. And I do intend to get another two of these, which I will be using as studio lights, because they're much smaller, much more compact, easier to manage. I think they'd be a much better light as well. Yeah, that's about it really. I think everything. I think you'll agree, for the cost of one cheap soft box, you can get two of these really good LED lights for really a bargain price. I recommend them. I was expecting them to be rubbish, but there we go. They've turned out to be really good. For now then, thank you for watching.